Oh, it's a bright shirt. Okay. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Looks like everybody's joining at the last minute. All right, let's get your cameras turned on. Let's see those beautiful faces. So how are we doing this Wednesday? Halfway done? Almost finished for the whole quarter. One more week left and then finals. You guys looking forward to finals? Yeah? No? No. How are your finals in your other classes? Are they going to be as bad as mine?
Can we have questions ahead of time?
No. How's that for?
Why?
Oh, relax. I'm going to go over stuff today. You'll be okay. So what do the finals look like in your other classes? Like papers, you're going to actually do tests?
Tests.
Test? Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work too well last quarter.
One of my finals is on a Saturday this quarter.
Yeah, they did that to me last year, and I didn't like that too much. I had to get up on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock and be in class.
It's just a little weird because then, like, one of my finals is on a Friday night, and then I have to be up Saturday morning for the next one.
Yeah. I had a morning class at the graduate school at UCR, and I had a night class at 6 o'clock, and our final was on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Since I worked full time, that was kind of like stupid.
Anyway. That's how this one is. It's a Tuesday night class, but then the finals 11 on a Saturday. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes no sense. That's the government for you. I'll give you a few more minutes for everybody a few more people are trickling in. So any questions about class so far, what we're doing?
Professor, just a quick question, not really in regards to class, but how do we end up getting our extra credit if we attended the conference thing or that event?
I will go over that in a little bit.
Okay.
As soon as we get started, that's a good question. I had a few people email me yesterday, so I thought I would address that.
There was a survey.
The survey, they're going to send you a survey if you attended that. So they're looking for some good feedback, some information about how they did. How was it anyway, that the ones that went? How did you guys enjoy that? Was it good? Yes, no?
I feel like it was good. However, it was very, very fast. So it was like everyone had like 15 minutes and they're going over whatever they were doing. And it was like, okay, here you go next, and you go next, and we're done. And yeah, so it was good. I wish it would have been longer.
Okay. Well, put that in there in your survey when you get it. Who's received your survey from them so far? Just one person? Two people? Okay. So actually fill out that survey because that's how I'm going to give you extra points. All right, so what do we got? About 74 people. Oh, wait. There we go. I got a few more coming in late. All right. Shall we get started? Get this over with? All right. All right, so what's due and what's new? Where we at? Final exam Wednesday, December 16th at 8 a.m. So at least they're keeping that somewhat consistent with their regular class time. So it's going to be just like Zoom. I'm going to go over on, what is it? Friday, 12/11, I'm going to review for the final test. Actually, I'm going to review what you should know about the final test, the concepts and everything. So we'll do that. And then the extra credit assignment for the MIS meeting that many of you attended. They are going to email me a survey, what you guys answer on the survey and all those attended. They're going to email me a sheet with all your names on it. And then I'll assign you guys extra credit for that. So, and if I don't assign you extra credit and you did go, show me proof of that, and then I'll give you extra credit. The IEval, I'm going to give you guys extra credit for that. I'm not going to give you points, but say you are at a B+ and you turn that in, I'm going to give you an A, okay, as opposed to borderline. So it's good for, 3, 4, 5 points. So if you're on the borderline, I will give you extra credit for that and move your grade up. So do the IEval and email me a screenshot of it. Not a screenshot of all your classes that you did eval, just the ones that you did for me. Just screenshot it, cut, paste, email. Okay, so the final project, I had some questions about that. It is due Friday, December 18th, just like it is in the syllabus. The syllabus is there for a reason. That's kind of like the standard for everything. So if any of your professors ever give you any shit, just say, hey, it's on your syllabus. There it is right there. Because the syllabus is the final word for everything. So that would be pretty much going by the syllabus. Okay. And then, hey, no class on Friday. Woohoo, no class. You guys excited about that? However, I want you to review the Thumbtack stuff, everything Thumbtack, review it, do some extra studying on what's going on with Thumbtack. Did somebody ask me what was going to be on the final? Maybe you might think about Thumbtack. All right. The MIS conference was what we talked about last week. One of my former students, who's a graduate student, now was heading up the MIS conference that they had. And if you went, you'll get a survey. If you didn't go, you won't get a survey. To answer the question in the chat. All right. So a little bit of review on what we talked about on Monday with Wells Fargo, opening up a bunch of fake accounts, but real fees attached. So what they would do, they'd open up these accounts attached to businesses or people or individuals that maybe had 1 or 2 accounts. They'd open up a few more. They would give them fees for these accounts and collect the fees, and the people didn't even know they had accounts open. Okay. So what they did is they did that in order to meet their quotas. They said you have to open up so many new accounts, blah, blah, blah. If you do that, you get a bonus. And that's kind of the unethical things they did. Wells Fargo foreclosure that they did on a lot of these houses. A lot of like almost half of what they foreclosed on shouldn't have been foreclosed on, but they did anyway. I was back in 2006, 7, and 8. The overdraft scam, we talked about how they made $2 billion last year on overdrafts fees. And then auto policies, when they give you an auto loan, you actually have to have insurance on your car. So many times what they did is they padded that into the cost of the monthly fee. They take it out, showed that they did this, and they would get bonuses for that. Illegally seizing service members' cars, preying on the elderly and underage Native Americans, and overcharging business owners on credit card fees. Okay, so that's some of the stuff we talked about on Monday. And we also talked about the ethics. This definition is in your books. If you don't know it, read it. Okay. Ethical behavior, which promotes human freedom of expression and development. And because of this has been running rampant so long in Wells Fargo, that the CEO that they hired to change all that had no way of doing that. He was pretty much, it was embedded in their culture. So he had no way of changing their culture other than firing when they fire 53,000 people, but they kind of did that more for downsizing than they did anything else. We've talked about mission statements from the very beginning of this class. And Wells Fargo mission statement is kind of cheesy. This is one of their many mission statements that they have over the years. The reason we wake up in the morning is to help our customers succeed financially and to satisfy their financial needs. And the results is that we make money. It's never the other way around. So they never make money, then wake up. They always wake up and then make money. Don't know what that means. So this mission statement really, other than making money, really doesn't say too much of anything. They get up in the morning, they make money for their customers. So they don't say anything about being ethical. They don't say anything about any of that. This was the former CEO, John Stumpf. So he was, they hired him to kind of get them through all of these bad situations that they got themselves into. He wasn't CEO enough to do that. He had quite a few problems and also inherited a lot of problems, and he also created a lot of problems. But I like his little answer to what was going on. Said it's been the cornerstone of their culture since 1852. In a nutshell, according to our vision and values, our ethics are the sum of all the decisions each of us make every day, which is kind of a cop-out statement saying that I can't control what other people are doing, which he really should be able to since he's the CEO. So apparently they didn't fire enough people. So as I stated on Monday, he got fined $17.5 million, but he made hundreds of millions of dollars. So, you know, getting fined 17.5 out of $100 million is nothing. It's not a big deal. Okay, so he was former community bank or former head of Wells Fargo Community Bank unit. Carrie is still fighting allegations against her. So there was quite a few charges against her, and she's still trying to fight that. She kind of inherited it. She was a kind of an scapegoat for all of these things that have gone wrong. So Wells Fargo says it will not make any remaining compensation payment that may be owed to these individuals named in the OCC's notice. So the board of directors says, hey, we're not going to pay these guys any more compensations that we did in their contract. Basically, they were unethical, ran the company poorly, so they don't deserve any money. The new CEO, Charlie, he was the executive, he became CEO October 21st, 2019, last year. So he's barely been the CEO for 1 year and a few months. He is the third CEO in 3 years, which is a pretty big deal because most CEOs last several years. We're talking 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Okay, so he stepped down, got fined a lot of money, and didn't do a really good job. All right, so today I'm going to put you into some groups like we did last week. I'm going to have you be the new board members or officers of Wells Fargo, and knowing what you do about the past scandals of the bank, how will you change things to turn the reputation of the bank around and still keep up the mission statement? So do a little bit of research, grab what their new mission statement is. I think they just came out with a newer version of their mission statement. And I want you to list 10 things you can do to make a difference on how to turn the bank around and stop the scandals. And yes, I want you to list them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Questions, concerns? Okay, Lewis, you asked me a question about, will your cameras have to be turned on for the final? No, I don't care that your cameras are turned on for the final. That's why I gave you a paper as opposed to a test. I don't want to sit there and babysit you. So they don't pay me enough money to babysit you guys. Other questions? Okay, the link I put into the chat box, and then I am going to put you guys into groups. So how many people we have? Oh, 80 people. Oh my gosh, almost everybody's here today.
Professor, just to clarify, there's nothing in the chat box at the moment.
There's nothing in the chat box at the moment.
No.
How about now? How about
No. Is it sending privately?
duh. How about now?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. So if somebody sends me a message in the chat box, it automatically defaults it to privately. I don't know why it does that. But... All right. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna do, how many rooms did I say? We're gonna do, we'll do 12 rooms. No, we'll do 14 rooms. All right, any questions before I split you guys up? You guys pretty much know what you need to do? Yes, no, yes, maybe. All right. All right, head to your rooms. Galila, why are you not in your chat room?